Father Drew from Middletown, New Jersey. Hey, why'd you bring her out here today?
Oh, this is a once-in-a-lifetime event for her. She's going to remember this the rest of her life, and this was really important. She missed a day of camp, so this is big in her book, but this is great.
Absolutely, so much to learn here, especially about being a woman and the sky being limitless as far as what she can achieve.
Absolutely, it's so important for women, and she's just going to learn so much about what is in a woman today. It's going to be great.
Absolutely. Hey, Sydney, tell me, what have you seen so far that you are most excited about?
The floats.
The floats. Okay, who are you expecting to see on the floats?
The team.
Yeah, the team. All right. Well, 7-year-old Sydney out here missing a day of camp. Her father, Drew. Of course, it's totally worth it to see some of these women that we've seen dominate on television over the past several weeks, over the past decades or so, many of them playing for a while. So exciting to actually see them in person and celebrate with them all. You can see the crowds across the street here. Many of these young girls out here, some of them bringing dolls through at this point. Many of them having dolls that are dressed as soccer players. So very exciting for each and every single one of them. And before you go away from us, I want to show you, if we can, this next float that is coming through here. You can see some of the players. Drew, I'm going to get you to step over this way if you don't mind. You got Crystal Dunn, one of our own from Rockville Center. A lot of fun out here this morning as we see these floats go by, and then the Bagpipers taking to the parade routes. Definitely exciting and an event worth celebrating out here this morning. They are stepping out on Battery Place before they head north on Broadway, headed for City Hall. Many floats to follow. Sade and Ryan, I'm going to toss it back to you.
Here with the bagpipes going. Yeah, but Ryan, I'm seeing everybody starting to line up in front of the stage where the World Cup champions are going to receive the key to the city. It's an exciting day. It's a lot of fun out here.
A lot of fun, a lot of energy. Candace touched on it. You can see the thousands of people along the parade route, and we've got bagpipes and horses and buses and everything that a ticker tape parade should have. Nobody throws a party like New York City.
You better
and
believe
Sam
that.
Ryan is right there along the parade route as well and joins us now. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning to you, Ryan and Sade, along Cedar and Broadway. This is about the halfway point of the parade route. And I have to tell you, within the last 20 minutes, the excitement, the anticipation, it has gone from about 4 or 5 deep to beyond 20 deep. The crowd is far past where I can see here. And right now, you were talking about how this group of women, how they inspire a younger generation of soccer players. I want you to meet Riley and Marissa right now. They're from West Milford, New Jersey. They both play school and club soccer. And you guys were here in 2015 for the parade. What do you remember from that?
I remember the crowd just like going wild when they came down, and it was like really fun.
Riley, why was it important for you to be back here today?
It was just like really good to see them and how they keep on fighting and keep on winning and keep doing their best and just raising the standards for everyone.
You talk about raising the standards, and we were talking about how they inspire. What message do you take from the U.S. Women's National Team, from both of you?
No matter where you come from, like you could succeed and just never give up.
I like that really, like on and off the field, they fight for what they believe in and fight to achieve their goals. And I think that's important for everyone to strive for.
And we have to get a shot of the Sox here as they are here to celebrate the U.S. Women's National Team. You hear the crowd. They were chanting USA just moments ago, guys, and right there you heard how they inspire the younger generation. Let's send it back to you.
Yeah, and right now we're looking at that feed coming in, Sam, and we're seeing Mayor Deblasio there on that float, and he just left us just talking about the excitement that is here, and certainly it's a lot of excitement for him, giving the keys to the city for the second time for these World Cup champions, 2 consecutive World Cups.
It really is remarkable when you think about it and how much these women have dominated the world stage. And Alex Morgan, Allie Long, 2 women that, of course, are a big part of that success. Alex Morgan, a huge part of the 2015 World Cup team, another woman who's become a household name because of her success on the pitch. And she, alongside Megan Rapinoe there as well, the 2 women that led the U.S. in goals and assists with 6 and 3 apiece during this incredible run. All 7 matches won by the United States en route to their 4th World Cup championship. and we are here for the Parade of Champions, and so much to celebrate here today. And Nina Pineda can touch more on that as she rejoins us now. What's going on, Nina?
You know what, Ron, you think about the legacy of this team, and when it started, all you heard about was Mia Hamm and Mia Hamm this and that, and how this team has grown and how it has picked up players that follow these younger players as they've come on the scene and made their mark. And that's what happens when you're champions of the world and you win 4 back-to-back championships. These girls came in from Princeton area, and they actually play in Tobin Heath's league. Tell me a little bit about Tobin Heath's league.
Well, the team they work really good together, and it's all about hard work and determination to get where you want to be.
Okay, you wear Tobin's number.
Yeah.
And what do you like the most about her?
I like how she can work with anyone, and then she just goes and drives for what she wants.
She never gives up on anything. She always goes out there and plays her hardest every single time.
So Tobin Heath, as you know, is one of the hometown heroes from this area because she's from Basking Ridge. She actually has a park named after her, Heath Park, down in that area. And also she went to Ridge High School. And your mom said when the team won, she made plans to bring you guys from Princeton. Mom, why did you want to do that?
Because I wanted them to see their idols. These are women that they look up to, women that they want to be like, and to play for PDA, for Tobin Heath's club, it's really exciting for them, and so I knew they'd want to see them and celebrate with them. So that
PDA club, what does it encompass?
So there's 3. There's PDA North, PDA South, and PDA Shore. So these girls play for PDA South, for PDA Dynamite.
Okay, so they're getting ready to come up. The team has been really painting the town red. I know they're getting the keys to the city, but they hit all the hot spots. They were photographed at Jimmy at the James, hanging on the roof. They went to Nobu. They got pedicures at Haven, right? Here in Lower Manhattan. I think that they really are enjoying themselves, and deservedly, after this huge win. What do you say about this team, girls? All right, we'll send it back to you.
Okay, thank you, Nina. Oh, isn't it great just hearing from these young athletes who are up and coming, learning how to be not only a great athlete, but a great human being, just a leader.
And these women have been the perfect role models for young athletes, and I think that's something. I hear a helicopter.
I think that's
we know who that is.
7. I think that's Don Giordano hovering above. John, give us a look on where this parade is at this point. This went right on time, right?
This went off exactly on time, Sade. You can see that the parade has made its turn onto the Canyon of Heroes. And give a little perspective on ticker tape parades, because we know we've got our friends on ESPN and in Philadelphia watching with us. You can see the paper being thrown out the window. The ticker tape parades got underway. The idea began back in the late 1800s when people were celebrating the arrival of the Statue of Liberty and began throwing paper out the windows. Since then, this is an honor that's been reserved for dignitaries, foreign heads of state, famous people, astronauts, presidents, and most recently sports team. Interesting, though, is that the 2015 Women's World Cup champions, that was the first ticker tape parade that was given in honor of a female sports team, so now they get it a second time. We've seen the activity here certainly begin to pick up. This parade was led by the motor unit, by the highway patrol unit of the NYPD. There's an FDNY marching band, so this is an all-New York affair. Broadway is packed, and the ticker tape has begun to fall. Sade, back down to you.
Okay, thank you. And Ryan, we were talking about these girls are real jet setters. They were on a yacht. They were at Nobu. They get this hero's welcome coming out of Newark International Airport, and now they are headed to LA.
Yeah, and what a whirlwind it's been when you think about it. They touched down less than 48 hours ago in the States, and they've been making all the rounds down to Good Morning America yesterday, and now they are flying to the ESPY Awards tonight in Los Angeles, taking a 12:30 flight straight out to the West Coast, and they, of course, are going to be a huge part of that program tonight. And you can watch the ESPY Awards on ABC starting at 8 o'clock. No doubt there's going to be plenty to talk about as far as the World Cup champs are concerned.
Well, the floats are still coming, and I think I see Sam Ryan right there. There she is. Sam.
Hey there. We
Who's on the floats? Who's passed by? Who do you see?
We're waiting for the floats to come by. We had the media floats just went by us, and everybody, the crowds erupted in cheers because they're so excited. They cannot wait to see the players. Lisa is here from North Carolina, and you were here in 2015 as well. You came up just for the parade.
I did. We got, there was 4 days notice of the parade in 2015, and I brought my son-in-law up, and then this time we had 2 days notice, and as soon as the mayor announced it, We had our airplane tickets and our hotel booked, and we're in for 36 hours, turn around, come in for the parade, celebrate the women, go USA.
What do you anticipate to see? The floats are not yet here, but they're making their way down to Cedar.
Oh my gosh, if it's anything like last time, you know, there are going to be a lot of floats. The women will be on multiple different floats. I expect to see probably the captains on the first float, and with the trophy, bands. Here comes the New York City Police Officers Band, and this is just like, this is the ultimate of what the United States is about.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Lisa.
you.
Enjoy.
See ya.
And as you can see, the police marching band is making its way towards us right now, and we see the first float not far behind, guys. Let's send it back to you.
Okay, that looked like that was the governor there on that float. It's really hard to see on our small monitor, but, you know, we're seeing all of the people on the parade route. But also, Ryan, behind us, we have ticket holders. There were 1,900 tickets that were given out. About 1,400 of the tickets were given online, and as you can imagine, they were gone within seconds.
That is a hot ticket.
Yeah, and then about 500 tickets were given out on U.S. Soccer fan program. So these are some lucky people who are right behind us.
And they're going to have a front row seat as Mayor Bill de Blasio presents the U.S. women's national team with the keys to the city for the second time now in the last 4 years. Okay. Only one other World Cup team had won back-to-back Cup championships, and that was Germany in 2003 and 2007, and now the U.S. women have proved once again that they are the best in the world, and this parade is worthy of the world champions.
Yeah, and Ryan, while this is technically a ticker tape parade, it's actually going to be shredded pieces of recycled paper that's going to be tossed from the building. So there's going to be about a ton of recycled paper.
And Sam Ryan, along the parade route, we just heard from her, and now the floats are starting to come by. So let's go ahead and check back in with Sam. Go ahead, Sam.
And we see the first float of the players coming by. They're wearing their medals. Here they come. You see Jill Ellis in the middle waving to the crowd with a medal around her neck. And the crowd, the excitement here at a next level. Here they are with their...
Well, with so much excitement going down there,
yeah,
you know, we're going to have some technical difficulties along the way as fans are screaming and cheering as their heroes come by on the float, and you see Mayor Bill de Blasio leading the charge.
Have you seen the purple hair yet, Ryan? Have you seen Megan Rapinoe?
Megan Rapinoe? I think I saw her on one of the floats. Yeah, she's on right there. She's got her trademark sunglasses on. She's been enjoying this ride, and she really kind of epitomizes what this team is all about. Yeah. She's not hesitated to speak her mind on various social issues. Her teammates have gotten behind her because of that, and that's why she's one of the co-captains.
Oh, there she is. She's right there on the right. I think she's wearing some red sunglasses, you know. But as we're talking about Megan, you know, this is someone who is comfortable in the spotlight. You know, I remember hearing her coach said, you know, some people are just, they drown in the spotlight, but this is somebody who just comes to life, and you're able to see more of who Megan is. She was the first openly gay athlete to appear in Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. She was also the first gay couple to be featured in ESPN's Body Issue. She has been on the just on the charge, making a name for herself, and certainly using her spotlight to talk about much bigger issues. And when we're talking about somebody who transcends sports, Megan Rapinoe is certainly the name. I think this U.S. women's soccer team certainly transcends sport and their overall message.
No question. She's the face of the team. At 34, she was the oldest woman ever to score in a World Cup game. She won the Golden Boot, which was given to the player with the most goals and assists, and also the Golden Ball winner of the World Cup, which is given to the tournament's best player. And you mentioned her wife, Sue Bird, a prominent athlete in her own right, a member of the Seattle WNBA team. So no doubt a lot of athletic prowess between those two really, people that are very comfortable in the spotlight.
Yeah, and really breaking the boundaries. We know that she also began kneeling during the national anthem to protest systemic racism and police violence in solidarity with Colin Kaepernick. We know that came with a lot of controversy, but she stood her ground. This was an issue that was important to her, and she said, I'm going to do it.
And I think these women know that they've been given this platform, and they realize that, yeah, we can celebrate our accomplishments on the field, but we have a chance to make such a big difference off the field, whether it's the social issues that you spoke about, whether it's inspiring the youth of today to not only get out there and play soccer, but get out there and make a difference and be the best you can be. And these are all things that they've been harping on throughout this entire run, and they've really done a good job of driving that message home. Our Nina Pineda standing by along the parade route. Let's go ahead and check back in.
Yeah, let's see Governor Cuomo on that.
Oh, here they come. I mean, somebody was so excited they actually passed out. EMS had to take care of them, but they are fine. But that is a level of excitement down here on the parade route as this team comes down and cheers everyone down this Canyon of Heroes like we've never seen them before. They are so excited, these fans. What do you think about seeing these girls?
I'm so happy. This is great.
Who did you just see go by?
Jill Ellis, the coach.
The coach is the second World Cup she's ever won. Who are you most excited to see come down?
I don't know.
Yeah?
I love them all.
What do you like about the team so much?
That they love equality and they stand up for what's right.
Oh, that's so wonderful. All right, let's check and see who's coming down now. Another bus coming down. I mean, what a moment to remember, really, just historically, a moment they'll never forget for the rest of their lives. We'll send it back to you guys.
We can hear the roar of the crowd, Ryan. And you know, when I look off to my right, you guys can't see it here, but I can see the confetti raining down from the buildings. I can see people's windows that are up, looking out, waving from above.
Yeah, Nina's still with us. And Nina, how would you describe just the energy as these women are going by on the floats right now?
I think that's Crystal Dunn. That's Long Island's own Crystal Dunn. She's actually born in Queens, raised in Rockville Center. So amazing to see all the people that came out from the tri-state area, especially to see these hometown heroines from Basking Ridge, from Jersey, from Long Island, actually made it on this amazing team, the winningest team in women's soccer history. These 4 back-to-back titles, and now this wonderful fete down the Canyon of Heroes. I mean, what better way do you get to celebrate equality, women's sports, women's soccer? I mean, it's just been an amazing thing to see. Girls, who are you waiting for?
The rest of them. I don't know. Pass by. It's pretty awesome.
What made you want to come down?
I mean, they're the best team. I actually got to go see them in France, and I'm so honored to be here in New York and be able to see this parade in person.
So you made the trip home. They had a 9-hour flight. They said they couldn't get Wi-Fi on their flight. They actually landed in Newark to all the news and the press about what's happening in the world and being invited to the Senate floor. But what was it like to be at the championship?
Oh, well, I wish I could have gotten the championship. I went to their game versus Spain, but it was just so cool to be there with a bunch of other U.S. supporters, wear their jersey, support them in person. They're the best team in the world. So
I think they're just what they embody does for women's sports.
I just love their whole sense of teamwork. They really seem like one big family, and I think they're such an inspiration to so many young girls, women, everyone. And I love how united they are and what they represent.
There's no I in team, and I think they really represented that. I think for so many youth soccer clubs that are down here, they really see that in them, and that's why they look up to them so much, and that's why this team is role models. We saw a bunch of people go by. We're waiting for some more floats. They seem to be held up down the road, but as soon as they come, we'll bring it to you live. Back to you.
Okay. Thank you, Nina. You know, Nina just talked about Crystal Dunn, and Crystal is a local gal. She's from Rockville Center, New York. And one thing I love about her story, she didn't make the cut for the last World Cup.
She was the last person cut in the 2015
and
team.
A lot of people would just quit after that, but she dug in her heels, and she made sure that those next 4 years are going to work for her, getting better at her craft. And look, now she came to this World Cup winning with this team.
An inspiration all the way around. Hard work pays off, and Crystal Dunn no doubt showed that. Let's go ahead and check in with Anthony Johnson, who's down there along the parade route as well. How you doing, Anthony? Hey,
right, we're right in the thick of things right down here. Just before they make the turn to City Hall, these folks out here cheering USA. They've had a fantastic time watching the ladies as they roll by this location just before they make that turn to go to the big ceremony taking place out here at City Hall. Look at these young ladies out here. Look at these great faces. This is a picture of Americana. How's everybody doing out here today? Hey, how long have you been out here today? Okay. Talk to me about it and why you're out here.
I'm out here to see all the players.
See all the players, of course. Any favorite person?
Alex Morgan.
Alex Morgan. A lot of people like Alex Morgan. How many in here love Alex Morgan? All right. Look at this crowd. It is really thick right here. The crowd is really deep right here, going all the way back to the fence right in front of the church. Of course, this is a fantastic location to be in. All of these folks out here. Don't get quiet now, folks. Come on. The ladies are coming. You've already seen a bunch of them. What's that? What?
We love Julie Ertz.
You love Julie Ertz?
Yes.
How long have you folks been waiting out here?
Okay. A few hours.
Since 8 o'clock this morning? Yeah. I talked to one young lady. She had been out here since about 3 or 4 o'clock this morning. And you know what? I asked her, I said, hey, do you get up to go to school that early? Do you guys get up on time to go to school? No? But you're out here today?
We're going to see Megan today.
So
today we're going to see Megan.
All the enthusiasm, all the energy. You guys have a great time today. Enjoy the parade. Coming up, walking up to City Hall, a little slowdown as far as the floats are concerned as they hold them down the street. But, of course, they'll be passing by here in just a few minutes from now. Fantastic crowd. We've been watching the ticker tape. We've even noticed some people up there in the windows and the rooftops. They're having a fantastic time. What a great day to have a parade here in New York City. Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Anthony. And it is a great day, isn't it?
Oh, you couldn't ask for a better day. This is perfect weather to celebrate the perfect team, and we're excited to be along for the ride.
Can you hear all the cheers behind us? The roars, applause. We've got the ticker tape raining down. Well, the excitement is not going to end. Coming up after the break, we're going to have Mandy Freeman, who actually played with Carly Lloyd for several years. We're going to hear more from her. We've got so much more ahead for this parade, for these World Cup champions. We'll be back in 90 seconds right after the break.
Welcome back to our coverage of the Parade of Champions. I like more seeing our hometown ladies, Julie Ertz and Carly Lloyd, or looking at all the little girls looking up, dreaming of one day being on those floats.
So inspiring for so many people there along the parade route in New York City. So we're going to return to New York City and our parade coverage with Sade Better-Noir and Ryan Field from our sister station, WABC. Take it on.
First one since 2015, when, of course, the U.S. women won their last World Cup. We are celebrating the 2019 edition, and our Nina Pineda is down there along the parade route. Hi, Nina.
Be a message about conservation because, look, New York's strongest is behind me. Not a lot of ticker tape. I think people are kind of saving on paper and all that. You said you covered the Giants and Yankees. What is different about covering this Women's World Cup team?
It's a little smaller, sadly, but it's still a great thing, for the city.
Less for you to clean up.
Yeah, a little less.
Now, do you follow women's soccer at all, and have you started to because this team has been so amazing?
I haven't, but I will now.
Oh, I bet you will. All right, look, we're going to swing around and show you. They're coming down. They're half a block away. The team is coming. They've got some people walking. They're right behind, signifying that they are world champs. We're going to show you the crowd as they cheer. There you see Megan Rapinoe in the front with their glasses up. Let's see if we can try to get a quick interview with her. As the crowd around here just goes crazy.
Be able to see everything that's going on and the energy surrounding women's soccer, especially being in the league. You don't really see this much.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Nita. Well, joining us right now, we've got Mandy Freeman, who is a teammate of Carly Lloyd. And you played with Sky Blue FC in Piscataway Township, New Jersey. So what is it like for you to be here today?
I mean, the energy here is amazing. Everyone's going wild and crazy, and it's super exciting to be here and be a part of this and to share in their victory, because a victory for them is a victory for everyone in the U.S. and especially me being in the sport, playing in the NWSL. This is an amazing, exciting thing to be a part of right now.
And the fact that you're Carly's teammate, obviously this hits a little closer to home. Talk about the build up to this World Cup and the conversations that you two had before this monumental moment.
Yeah, well, Carly is one of the most dedicated players I've ever been able to play with, and it's such an amazing opportunity to be able to share in her joy and her level of competition that she brings every single day to practice. And, we just talked about how well she was going to do and how much we were supporting her as a team, being her, teammates at Sky Blue FC. And so we just wanted the best for her, and they won. And so it's amazing. So we're really excited for her to, come back and bring that same energy to the team as we continue our season.
Is there a personal story that you have about Carly? Just playing with her for the last 2 years?
She is just playing with her on the field. I'm a center back and she's a midfielder, and so we kind of just have that connection on the field where I have her back, she has mine, and so I think it's always that kind of teammate camaraderie, and it's not only on the field, it's off the field, that she's just an amazing person, and so happy to be able to know her.
We've been hearing this team talk about the importance of pay parity, equal play, and how does this resonate for you? What do you want to see happen now?
With everything that's going on, I want there to be more awareness, because all of the players that play on the full women's team play in the NWSL. Yeah. So I think just getting that highlighted, But
even more than just awareness, it is about action now.
It is about action. I think it's about time. I think they're overdue for it, and I think it'd just be it'd be perfect. I mean, they worked hard. They got 4 titles in the World Cup, and I think it's what they're owed at this point.
Wonderful.
Well, Mandy, thanks so much for being with us, and thank you for joining in this celebration today. We know Carly is happy that you're here, and we are happy you could join us as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. You're an inspiration too.
Oh, stop.
Thank you, Mandy.
Thank you.
Well, we want to send it right back out on.
Should we go up top?
Oh yeah, let's go above with Don Geldorno.
We are back up top. What we've done is we moved our position. We started out the parade down in Battery Park, and we came up here now over City Hall Park to get a little different angle and a little different perspective. Certainly the crowds up on the north end of this route, up by City Hall, crowds are a lot bigger up here. You can see how crowded the sidewalk is. Taking a look at some of the merchants here, you can see painted in the window there, one nation, one team. We've seen American flags being hung on the rails, and right now the parade seems to have come to a bit of a stop. It's a relatively short parade. There aren't a lot of floats involved here, but it got a little bunched up here as you get towards City Hall. However, we'll pull the shot out. You'll see those big crowds out on the sidewalk, and you see that familiar sight. This is the New York City Ticker Tape Parade. You can see the sky filled with papers, the sidewalks filled with onlookers, and we're still waiting for this parade to reach City Hall in its entirety. There's still a few more floats to go. Back down to the ground.
Hi, John. Thank you very much. And
Thanks,
now's
John.
as good a time as any just to talk about how impressive this run has been for this U.S. Women's World Cup team. Not only are they the second team ever to make it back-to-back World Cup titles, how about this? During their 7 matches, they never trailed. They led 70% of the tournament. They broke the record for goals with 26 in a single World Cup tournament. They beat the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place teams along with the host favorite France during this legendary run. And oh yeah, they've now won 12 straight World Cup games which is a new world record.
Just saying, right?
Just saying. No big deal. So you talk about not only the fact that they've won 2 straight World Cups, but how dominant they've been during this run and really have put themselves as the best team in the world. They have stamped and made their case that they are the best of the best, and we are happy to be celebrating with this wonderful group of women today.
We're going back and forth between some of our shots with John Del Giorno. We love seeing his shots from high above. Now we're going to go back on the ground with Lauren Glassberg. Lauren, what are you seeing there?
Social media, and our soccer players have been posting some fun images and videos either on the float or right before the float. So we want to go and show you some of those. Megan Rapinoe posting as she hoisted the trophy high in the air, saying, "Gonna be lit." And of course, she's got her red glasses on and her champagne. These players have been toasting with quite a bit of champagne. We also have the team posing. They say in this video, "We went to World, we came back with everything." They are certainly living their best life right now. Also, Jessica McDonald, 31 years old. She is a player, and there she is posting from float number 3. She is with her son. Obviously, not just girls relating to these champions, but boys as well. And what a special day for him to get to ride on that float. And President Obama was holding up number 19. That's Crystal Dunn's jersey. And he says, "Proud to rep America's best team. Congrats. And thanks for being such a strong inspiration for women and girls and everybody all across the country." So nice to see. So lots of people tweeting from the sidelines and posting as they're watching this parade, but also the players in the moment and posting as well. And you can see more of those tweets on our website, on our social media accounts as well at ABC7 NY, as we are following and retweeting those too. So fun day.
Okay, thank you, Lauren. You know, the cost of a parade, something like this, some people are wondering. Last time, the parade cost about $2 million, $1.5 million from city taxpayers, another $500,000 from private sponsors. And first,
this parade is freaking incredible. I can't even.
Nina here in just a second. So as we continue
I guess we lost Nina.
Watching the parade, yeah, as we said, when there's this many people crammed into small quarters and so much celebrating going on, there are bound to be a few hiccups along the way. We showed Megan Rapinoe there in that social media piece. I can guarantee you, wherever the party is, Megan Rapinoe is right in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah, she is the party.
She's the co-captain on the field and co-captain of the party planning as well. I can promise you that.
I don't know who this is. Hi. Here from. Reporting live, there is a lady with no shirt on that wants equal pay. Let's go. Reporting live from. We gotta go to the other side. I'm joking. Pookie reporting live from ABC 7 News. Reporting live from ABC 7 News. We are in New York City showing up. It's lit. Let's go. To the fans out there, we love you. Thank you for showing up. We love you, New York. We love you. New York freaking showed up. What's good? Look at this, you guys. It's unbelievable. We could have never done this without you. So much love to our country. We love representing you. We love you, America. We love you. Thank you so much. There you go.
Okay, it's hard to hear, but basically one of our reporters sent the mic up to the players, and they were saying, "We love you, New York. We couldn't have done this without you." Just pure elation.
Nobody throws a party like New York City, and you are seeing that firsthand. So we saw all the chaos going down there, going on down there with Sam Ryan. How about where Nina Pineda is? Let's check in with her. Hi, Nina.
I hear the chants, USA.
Hey there. There's Chance of USA down here, but this crowd is very excited because they just saw 2 people from Long Island to go by on the float. Who did you see?
Crystal Dunn and Allie Long.
Okay, so it was Jessica McDonald on the first one when I misspoke, but both defenders. And what was your favorite part about seeing both women from Long Island?
It was really cool because we just met famous people.
What did you think about seeing Crystal Dunn?
It was really exciting.
And Allie Long also was up there. Megan Rapinoe, Allie Long, and Alex Morgan actually took our mic and started singing, "We've got the best friends in the world." And that's really been their message. They seem like a team. They don't seem like they put each other down. They really seem like best friends. Is that the message you got?
Yes.
And what message do you think they're telling everybody about women's soccer?
That anyone can really do it if they really wanted to. And like, it doesn't. That's what she said. Okay, good. Good job, girls. You're in from what part of Long Island? Rockville Center, New York.
Okay, so right from Crystal Dunn's hometown.
Yes.
And she went to Southside High School, right?
Yes.
Is that where you're going to go?
No.
All right, well, have a great time. So much excitement along the route here. We got our mic up on 2 floats. The players were so happy to grab it. I yelled to Megan Rapinoe, "What's it feel like to be here?" And she did her signature move and went like this. And that pretty much just says it all. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Nina. Well, we just saw Governor Cuomo pass by, and along his float, apparently there were signs for equal pay. They're saying the time is now.
Time is now.
It's not about having more conversations about this. Something needs to be done. The U.S. Soccer Federation needs to come to the table and pay these women.
And you talk about it, they get paid roughly a quarter less than their male counterparts.
Right.
And that is unacceptable, frankly, in today's day and age. It's equal pay for equal play.
Oh, look, Ryan.
And look at Megan Rapinoe.
She's holding out her arms like, oh, yeah, like she did during the World Cup.
Nobody is better at soaking up the moment than your co-captain. She is living it up, and rightfully so. Anthony Johnson down on the parade route. What's going on, Anthony?
Hey, right here, we're on Fulton Street. These folks out here, how do you enjoy the parade? How do you like it? Who's your favorite? Did you see him? Did you wave?
Dominique! Woo! Yeah!
All right. Everybody out here had a great time?
Yeah.
Quite a parade. What do you have to say about these ladies?
I mean, they're amazing, you know. They play great. They're great teammates. You know, they're a great team.
And let me ask you about the question. Equal pay. What do you think?
I think it should be a thing, you know. I think, you know, women deserve equal rights, you know.
How about this, folks? They deserve more because they won. How about paying the winners more than anybody? More. So that's what the conversation is down here, folks. We're not talking about equal pay. We're talking about more pay. They're winners. Winners get the money. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. So these folks have been out here. They've enjoyed it. They've had a great time. Let me hear some USA. Come on, back to back. Let me hear some USA chants. The ladies have now made their way to City Hall. They'll be soon arriving, getting off the floats for the big event taking place right here at City Hall, because we're right in Fulton Street. So this is just 2 blocks away from where everybody's gathered. What a great day to be out here on the parade route. We talk about the ticker tape. Okay, not a lot of ticker tape. Ask yourself this question. How many people have paper today? Everybody emails, everybody uses Twitter, everybody uses social media, so there's really not that much paper around to be throwing out the windows. But we did see some from a couple of buildings here, and right behind me, and Steve, you could turn around, you could show them a lot of paper floating around City Hall, and so there is ticker tape. It is coming down, and everybody out here is having a fantastic time. Hey, everything is coming to you at City Hall. I know we're going to continue to have a great day as we celebrate the world champion. Back to you.
And what a celebration it is, Anthony. And, of course, the paper coming down from the windows is recycled paper.
That's right, recycled
as we
paper.
pointed out. The celebration is due to arrive here at City Hall for the presentation of the keys for the city to the city from Mayor Bill Deblasio about 15 minutes from now.
And it's becoming more crowded if you look behind us, Ryan, right? All of these ticket holders are now getting in place, waiting for these champions to come out, and that is supposed to happen soon at 10:30. So everything else has been going like clockwork here, and I think we're going to see them coming out behind us.
Well, they have a tight schedule, these women, because they have to hop on a 12:30 flight to get out to Los Angeles tonight because they're going to be on the ESPY Awards. So we got to keep this thing moving today.
Keep it going. Well, let's keep it moving with Johnny D. Johnny? John Del
Sade,
Giorno.
The news here
High
is
above.
that yes, we are up high above. Where we are is right behind City Hall. The last float here has just pulled off of the parade route, so this is a little bit of a behind-the-scenes look. There you can see Megan Rapinoe. As a matter of fact, this float had the World Cup itself. It had the cup on the float. You can see them getting off, ready for the reception here at City Hall. So the parade itself now winding down. We're going to shift gears. We'll get into that City Hall ceremony where you said all these athletes will be presented with a key to the city, and this is kind of neat to watch. What you're seeing now on the back steps of City Hall, many of the city workers came out with their cameras just to catch a glimpse of this, and now you see them all making their way. They will shortly be around the front of the building. There we go, right in the center of your screen. There is the World Cup itself being carried in by the women's team. They're making their way to the front, and the ceremony portion of this will get underway quite shortly. Let's send it back down to street level.
Okay, John, thank you so much. So the champion team is apparently making their way right now, Ryan. So they're going to come out on this stage. They're going to be given the keys to the city. And we're going to hear, I'm sure, from a few of the players. We're going to probably hear from the coach. And our ABC News' Robin Roberts is going to be here emceeing the event. It's going to be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, and we are just minutes away from bringing all of that to you. You are watching the Parade of Champions, celebrating the United States Women's World Cup team, now 4-time World Cup champions. You're watching live coverage here on Eyewitness News. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Welcome back to our coverage of the Parade of Champions through Lower New York City.
What an impressive squad. It's reason to celebrate. 4 World Cup titles, 2 in a row. They scored 26 goals in 7 games and only allowed 3. Amazing, offensively and defensively.
And I keep looking at Rose Lavelle because I think she's the future, and I think she's going to be back on a float one day.
Now let's go back to our coverage in New York City with Sade and Ryan from our sister station in WABC.
Okay.
Well, we'll check back in with Rob in just a few.
But we do know that Rob is with some of the ticket holders. So yeah. he's with all the lucky ones. There are about 1,900 tickets that were given out. 1,400 of them were given online. And as you can imagine, they went by quickly. I mean, I think it took like seconds. And they were gone.
And it's a hot ticket, and there's so much to celebrate. And we watched the crowds. We got down here about 7 this morning, and people were lining up and getting ready to get into their seats. And a lot of excitement surrounding this day, and rightfully so, and we're happy to bring it to you here on Eyewitness News.
And we want to welcome some of our viewers who are watching across the country, certainly from Philadelphia at our sister station 6 ABC, also known as WPVI. We also have ESPNU, who's tuning in, and we also have
ABC News Live.
That's right.
We are around the nation, heck, around the globe, and we're happy to be here with you. Ryan Field, Sade Benoit, on a gorgeous Wednesday morning in downtown Manhattan.
You could not ask for a better day.
You know what? You know who has a great view of this? John Del Giorno upstairs. What's going on, John?
Well, we're watching this parade now come, it's really beginning to wind down as far as the parade itself goes. The last few floats have pulled in here behind City Hall, and we'll watch, I think most of the team are off the floats. This might be support staff and the like, but we watched most of the team get off the floats. They walked inside City Hall with the cup itself. From past parades, what we've seen is that this process sometimes takes maybe 15, 20 minutes. I'm sure there's a little ceremony going on inside. The mayor will be inside, the governor's inside, Robin Roberts is inside, and then they'll all get together and then we'll come out on the stage. Meanwhile, though, you can see all of the ticker tape and the paper, the recycled paper, we keep pointing that out, still falling from the sky. The crowds on the sidewalk now beginning to thin out. Some of those crowds with tickets to get into this ceremony, which should begin shortly on the front steps of City Hall. That's it from the sky. We'll send it back down to the ground.
Okay, thank you, John. And we're seeing pictures right now of that confetti raining down. This is going to be a big job for the sanitation department when this is all said and done. There are going to be 350 sanitation workers to clean up every shred of paper. They've got 130 backpack blowers, 130 hand brooms, 35 mechanical brooms, all to get the job done.
And a partridge in a pear tree. We've got Rob Nelson. We promised we'd check in with him down by the stage. What's going on, Rob?
Hey, man. Sorry about that audio issue a few minutes ago. Are we good now? I think we're all right. So what I was trying to say before is that I know you guys for the last 45 minutes or so have been showing the incredible party happening on the streets on the Canyon of Heroes. Well, make no mistake about it. Look behind me. There's a party going on right here outside of City Hall. This is where the parade is going to end up, right here at City Hall. This is the scene. This is the stage. This is the crowd here. This is where the mayor's going to host that ceremony honoring the team, giving them the ceremonial keys to the city, decked out in dozens of American flags, of course, decked out in red, white, and blue, lights there in the background, and you see that big banner right there in front of New York City Hall, one nation, one team, and that says it all today. This crowd has been pouring in here for hours. About 2,000 tickets were available through registration starting Monday afternoon, but those tickets literally were gone within minutes, so this thing is a sellout crowd here, and this crowd could not be more excited in a few minutes to see those champion athletes on the stage here being honored by the mayor, getting a key here to New York City. They have a DJ out here that's been pumping the crowd up big time here. It's a sea of red, white, and blue. We now see a band taking the stage, so we're getting very close here to the championship team hitting the stage for the conclusion of this incredible day here in New York. They'll be honored right here on the stage. Just a great day here in New York, and like you've been saying all morning long, Ryan, nobody throws a party quite like New York City, and we're going to see it on this stage coming up in just a minute, too. Back to you guys.
All right, Rob, thanks. And he is right about that, as we're seeing firsthand here today. People as far as the eyes can see. And think about this, Sade. It wasn't even 72 hours ago these women were being handed the World Cup Championship trophy in France. And you think about the whirlwind they've had in those less than 72 hours, and now all culminates here with a parade and a presentation as they'll get the keys to the city right here in City Hall.
And imagine being these players. All of that hard work certainly paid off. They're not only representing themselves as athletes, but they're also representing this country. And boy, look at all of these fans here to receive them. It's pretty phenomenal. You see this band behind us. They are turning it up here, getting everyone excited for the athletes who are about to come out. Everybody's waving their flags. You just see a sea of red, white, and blue. And young and old here, Ryan. These aren't just for the young kids, but you see so many adults here who are just inspired by this team.
So many parents taking the day off of work today so they can make sure their kids can come down and see their heroes and see all that they represent, and the culmination of all that hard work here today as they get the keys to the city. And really, these women have done an outstanding job of not only representing themselves as players and representing the U.S. World Cup team, but representing the United States as a whole in everything that we stand for and everything that we believe.
This is how you want to do it when you're an athlete. It is so much bigger than the sport. It's about who you are as a person. What are the messages that you're giving to these young kids so they can just take it on? You know, when you go around and you talk to some of the kids, they know these players. They know their bylines. They want to be the next Crystal Dunn, the Julie Ertz, the Megan Rapinos, the Alex Morgans, or the Carly Lloyds.
These women are heroes to so many young ladies, young athletes in general, people that are just getting out and learning how to play soccer and getting out and being active and staying healthy. So many things so many important messages along the way that go far beyond the sport itself. And I think these women have really embraced that role and embraced that challenge and embraced being on this platform and trying to make a difference as best they can.
And those are some of the same things that we've heard from Coach Ellis. She said, not only are these phenomenal players, but they are phenomenal human beings. And she's just so proud of who they are, what they've accomplished, and what they're representing. And
we talked about this earlier. It's an easy team to get behind because, these women are celebrities. They won the World Cup 4 years ago. These are household names now, the Alex Morgans, the Carly Lloyds, the Megan Rapinos. But because they're women that are so relatable, that's what helps you embrace and get behind this team so much more. And I really think all we have to do is look out and see all the people here today to see how big of a difference these women are making.
Yeah, no doubt. So just to set up for everyone what's happening next, you see this band behind us that's getting the crowd going. In a few moments, we're going to see the World Cup team come out from the doors, and they're going to come here, and I'm sure the crowd is just going to go wild. I mean, we think it's loud now. The crowd is just going to erupt in cheers. I think we're going to hear a few chants, USA, maybe equal pay.
We'll be leading those chants from up here, I can promise you that. And you talk about this U.S. Women's World Cup team, they were expected to win this thing. And rather than kind of feeling that pressure of being expected to win, they embraced that pressure. They used it as motivation, and they dominated this World Cup tournament. As we said, leading more than 70% of playing time throughout the course of 7 matches. That is just remarkable. And one thing we haven't touched on today, this parade today is 20 years to the day since Brandi Chastain and the U.S. Women's World Cup team won the hearts of so many with that huge win in Los Angeles to capture their second World Cup. That was 20 years ago today. So just to add one more little footnote to what's been an already fantastic day thus far.
It has been. Ryan, and I do want to bring this up, there has been some criticism about the team that they were just too arrogant when it came to, scoring. You've always got some sort of naysayers out there, but I think if you ask this crowd, were they arrogant? No. I think that they were just proud and happy with what they were able to accomplish.
Yeah, Megan Rapinoe, Alex Morgan, 2 women that frankly have come under a little bit of fire for their celebrations. Megan Rapinoe with her trademark pose.
And then we remember the teacup. Remember the teacup that faced criticism
from
about
Alex
that.
Morgan, who by no means did she mean that as a slight to England. She did it as a tribute, if you will, to one of her favorite Game of Thrones characters.
But did they say this about men?
And that was the point that Alex Morgan was making. The way men celebrate, sometimes nobody talks about that, but the fact that, so much controversy, if you will, surrounded that celebration. She feels there's a double standard, and she's right. And I think that's one of the points that they've kind of driven home during this entire thing. These women are going to be themselves, right? And that's what we love about them. You want to celebrate the way you want to celebrate? By all means,
Let me celebrate the way I want to celebrate.
Right, of course. And that's all they're asking. They don't want to be treated any differently than their male counterparts. And I think they've earned their right to be at the table and get equal pay for equal play. And they now are, as I said, household names and deserve everything good that comes their way.
Yeah, we still have our reporters out there along the parade route. I think we're going to try to get to one of them right now. Nina. Okay, it looks like we're having a few technical difficulties, but again, the excitement is building here behind me. We're going to have the World Cup champions come out. They're going to be given the keys of the city. ABC News' Robin Roberts will be emceeing this event, and she has a real connection to this team. She was out here last time for the other ticker tape parade in 2015. She's here again, and all of the athletes were on GMA, and just to hear them just say how they're just taking this moment in.
As well they should, and for them to all tell their stories and talk about how fun it's been to make such a difference and make their voices heard on this platform that they've been given, I think has been really one of the remarkable stories to unfold during this World Cup run. And if you've ever wondered what it felt like to be at a victory parade. The nice part about these drums being here is you can hear how loud it is. And those of you watching at home or online, you can almost feel like you're right here in City Hall Park with the rest of us as this band is setting the table for the U.S. Women's World Cup soccer team when they walk out onto that stage. And you talk about a thunderous ovation that's going to happen when that takes place. We are looking forward to that. Just minutes away, we are expecting that ceremony to begin.
Yeah, and
Mayor
this has
Bill
got to
Deblasio
move on
will be
quickly,
here.
right, Ryan? Because these girls, they have to get on a jet and they've got to head to L.A. for the ESPY Awards.
The party continues, Sade.
Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of time. Okay, well, let's go back to John up at Newscopter 7. And, John, I am still seeing confetti raining down.
It is still coming down, Sade. It's still coming down into the trees. It's blowing all over City Hall Park. We are up above about 2,000 feet overhead City Hall. We've been watching that band that you've been talking about out front. We've also been watching the seats here begin to fill in. You've been mentioning those aren't just VIP seats. They actually made them available to the public beginning on Monday, and about 2,000 of those seats were gone within minutes. So the seats are beginning to fill in. One of the interesting things that I'm seeing, though, is we tilt the camera up and you can see that tape and the paper still beginning to fly, still flying through the air. Take a look outside the gates of City Hall Park. What's happened is the parade itself has come to an end. The crowds on the street have begun to thin out, but here they are cramming up against the gates here outside. These are folks who don't have tickets to get inside, but you can see them, about 20 to 25 people here deep, waiting for the ceremony to get underway, just to get a glimpse of it as New York City honors these world champions. Sade and Ryan, back down to you.
Okay, thank you, John. We were trying to effort an interview, but it's really hard to get to some of these young kids who are here. But we mentioned about all of these parents taking off from work, Ryan, and coming here to see these champions. This is a special moment, not only for these teams, but also for the young kids that are here to see their idols.
To see their heroes up close, and we talk about what an inspiration these women have been to these, not only just the young girls, but young athletes across the country who can see firsthand how much hard work and dedication can pay off, and maybe one day their soccer dreams will come true and they'll be standing on the stage as world champions. And that's something these ladies have really done a good job of driving that point home. Why not you? Why not you at home right now getting ready to go out and play soccer? Believe in your dreams. They can come true. We're examples of that. And I think they've done a nice job of relating to so many people as they tell their stories and how they got to this point in their lives and how they've gotten to this point now of becoming world champions.
And Ryan, we know that some of the messages it's not just about equal pay. They're saying we need to have greater funding for U.S. women's soccer team at large. It is also about their medical staff, equal promotion of the game. And there was actually a lot of criticism when it came to the World Cup game in France. The women are suggesting that there wasn't a lot of global marketing when it came to the game in France, that more should have been done to let people know about this World Cup game. So it is far bigger than equal pay. It is about just funding of the team over it all.
Well, I got news for you. The fact that they're now 4-time World Cup champions, I can guarantee you their voices are being heard. And I'm excited to see that changes that are going to come about because of this and because of the message they've been driving home. You're watching the Parade of Champions here on Eyewitness News. Ryan Fields, Sade Benoit along with you. The mayor, Bill de Blasio, will be out as the ceremony for the presentation of the keys to the city will be happening in mere moments. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Coming back to our coverage of the Parade of Champions in New York City, honoring the U.S. national soccer team, including some of our local folks, Julie Ertz, also Carly Lloyd, and Alyssa Nair, who went to Penn State. We kind of count her as a local lady as well.
Indeed. What I love is that everybody's having a great time. The ladies have been having a little champagne on the floats.
A little.
People are throwing ticker tape out of the window. The crowds are having a good time. The AccuWeather real field temperature right now in New York City, 92 degrees.
That's hot.
So they're sweating a little bit, but nobody's going anywhere. They want to be part of the party. So let's join back in and go on back up to New York with Sade Badaranwa and Ryan Field from WABC.
Alex Morgan fans, her dad Chris is here as well. And Chris, if you talk about, obviously this is such a special day, but why was this so important to you to bring your daughter Amanda down here this morning?
Because she wanted to see the parade, and the U.S. women's team are such great role models for these young girls. I wanted to come here and get to see them, be a part of this today.
And, you know, we've been talking about the messages that are sent from these team members. How is it for you as a dad that many of these young women are role models for your daughter, Amanda?
It's great. I think they're positive role models, and they're a great team, and we enjoy watching them.
Well,
we're happy we can celebrate with us
today. Great
today.
having you guys out here. Thanks so much for talking with us.
Thanks for having us.
All right. You can't wait for those champions to come out, right? Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun here. Well, we want to send it right back out, right?
So Rob Nelson, who's downstage side. What's going on, Rob?
Hey, sorry guys, a little loud here. The risers outside of City Hall. You see behind me this drum band right here. They've been rocking out for about 10 minutes or so, getting this crowd amped up. When we got here, it was fairly empty, but really in the last half hour, these seats have filled up. About 2,000 people registered for tickets here outside of City Hall. This again is where the mayor and the entire championship team honorary keys to the city, which should really be a great moment here. So there's been a DJ, they've had this drum performance, they've had all kinds of music, everyone's in the red, white, and blue feeling good, and we really should just be a few minutes away from the team and the mayor getting here and the ceremony getting underway. But I gotta say, the most impressive thing I've seen out here is just the number of young female soccer fans and athletes team on. You can imagine seeing those women up on stage to a sports fan or a soccer fan, what incredible role models these women are on and off the field. Not only their athletic skill, but the fact that they stand for something and that personality. You can see it. This crowd amped up. We're just a few minutes away from the big show and the culmination day. And for really sports fans all across the country. Sade, Ryan, back to you.
All right, Rob, thanks. We just heard from Amanda and Chris from Floral Park, Long Island. He talked about how important it was for him to bring his daughter down here to see all of this, to see her role models up close.
Oh, wait, Ryan, I don't think he saw right above. We can see Megan Rapinoe, I think. I think we saw her up there. She was waving to the crowd. That means that
we're getting close.
We are so close. They're going to make their way out here. Robin Roberts, of course, is emceeing this event. Mayor Deblasio is going to hand out the keys to the city. So there's a lot of excitement building here. We are now going to go back into the newsroom because we've got Lauren Glassberg taking a look at social media. So we've got a lot of people tweeting, some of the athletes tweeting. We've got the mayor tweeting. What's coming in, Lauren?
I know it is a social media fest for these soccer players. Megan Rapinoe tweeted out an image of herself holding up the front page of the Daily News, and it is a great shot. It is the Statue of Liberty, the crown in purple, just like her hair, and her number 15. It says, "United We Stand." The city salutes America's team with Parade Up Canyon of Heroes, and it is a full section devoted to the U.S. women's national soccer team. So that's a great shot. She looks pretty proud there. And here we have Coach Ellis, Jill Ellis, signing a ball for a young girl who passed her the ball right before the parade started. And here we've got some an Instagram story from float number 8 with some of the players smiling. They have been Instagramming and sending out social media as they make their way up the Canyon of Heroes. Wanted to say about Jill Ellis, you know, a lot of these young soccer players just loving to see their heroes, but also some of the coaches I've spoken to this week saying just watching her coaching style. She's won 2 World Cups. That is just astounding. She inspires coaches, both female and male coaches, because she's just so talented and really understands the dynamics of a team. Sade and Ryan.
Okay, thank you, Lord. It's good seeing all this video and some of the pictures coming in from social media. The cameras are just going, and wait until this team comes out. Everybody's going to have their phones ready, taking videos, taking pictures, capturing this moment. But the excitement is building, Ryan. They're about to come out here any moment, and the crowd is just going to erupt.
Megan Rapinoe gave us a little tease when she came out on the balcony and gave everyone a quick wave. That means we're a short time away from this ceremony beginning. And what's the view like from up top, John Del Giorno? What's going on up there?
Well, the view is still spectacular from up here, Ryan, and you can see what we've been talking about now. We've been watching that crowd begin to fill in these seats here. Just a few minutes ago, we were seeing a lot of empty seats up front, but the crowd beginning to wind their way in. I think a lot of the people up in the front here came in with the team. They came off those buses, those double-decker buses. Let's take a look outside the gates of City Hall. The ticker tape still kind of fluttering down. There's still some up in the air. But this is what I've been keeping my eye on, and it's really indicative of the kind of crowd that we have here today. When you look at these ticker tape parades, especially with the professional teams and the professional sports teams like the Yankees and the Giants, you're talking about multi-million-dollar athletes. In this case, soccer is such a grassroots sport. It's something that's played in every town. The term soccer mom is its own thing all over the United States. And as you look down at this crowd, that's what you're seeing. A lot of young people, a lot of moms down here that brought their kids out here to see their heroes. And outside the gates of City Hall, these are folks that couldn't get tickets to get inside, but they're sticking around. They're crowding up against the fence where they can just catch a glimpse of the stage, and they're waiting for the ceremony to begin. In the past, we have seen this time between the parade and the ceremony. This can take a little while. I believe there's a little reception that goes on inside City Hall. There may even be a breakfast served, so that's the delay right now. So we wait outside patiently. Inside, the team and the officials getting ready to come out and present those keys to the city. Ryan and Sade, back down to you.
Nice job up there, John Del Giorno and Newscopter 7. We've been told the helicopter has to head home, so it's on us the rest of the way as we get set for the ceremony here at City Hall, which should begin in mere moments. The MC is out here trying to fire up the crowd, so I got a feeling.
I don't even think that the crowd needs fire.
I don't think they do either. That's a good point. The ladies are going to be out on stage here in a matter of moments, but a very important topic that we've talked a lot about, Sade, equal pay for equal play.
That's right, equal pay. And we also heard the governor talk about this issue. We heard Mayor Deblasio talk about this issue this morning. Let's take a listen to what they had to say about the issue.
It's not just the right thing to do. It's not just a moral thing to do. It is also the law in the state of New York.
Our women are being ripped off. Let's be clear. They are performing at the highest level, winning championships, bringing in tons of revenue, the highest ratings, and yet they're not getting fair pay. And this is unacceptable, and it needs to change now. And I want to
Strong words from the mayor and correct words from the mayor. This does need to change now.
And again, we've been hearing from the team. We heard from Megan Rapinoe saying it is about action now. We're tired of talking about it. We're tired of saying we need to raise the issue. The issue is here. It's loud and clear. The numbers speak for themselves. They have higher ratings. They're also generating higher revenue. They need to be paid equally as the men.
And they've won 4 World Cups since this tournament began.
Just saying.
In 1991.
And 2 consecutive World Cups.
2 consecutive World Cups. And you talk about those numbers, they're getting paid a quarter of what their male counterparts get paid. And when you think about numbers like that in today's day and age, it's staggering, really. And something certainly needs to change. And the fact that these ladies have driven that point home, I think we will finally see some change in that regard.
Ryan, I'm looking behind us and I'm seeing the door open and then it close. A few people come out. So all of a sudden you hear people starting to scream, thinking the players
every
are about
time
to
the door
out.
opens, they scream.
That's right. So they are just waiting. And look, they're already waving. They're saying, I think they're coming now. You know, we are a few moments away. And this team, we've got to stay on the clock because, as we've been mentioning, they've got to get to L.A. And they don't have a whole lot of time to get ready once they get off the plane.
We're talking about a 12:30 flight that's reportedly leaving out of Newark. They're going to be on the air 8 p.m. tonight. The ESPY Awards in Los Angeles are going to be a huge part of that presentation. And you can watch that entire show right here on ABC.
So then they're going to party after the ESPY Awards. My question is, when do they get sleep?
I don't think they want sleep right now. What we saw on those floats and the way the ladies were partying and sipping the champagne and everything else that comes along with being world champions, I think they're going to enjoy this ride for as long as they can, and rightfully so.
You know, Ryan, we're talking about the level of enthusiasm for this team and how they've captured the heart of America. I can't say that there are a whole lot of teams that really engender this across the entire spectrum. I mean, I think everyone is just so proud of these young women. They have really set the bar, I think, time and time again about who they are, what they stand for, the messages to young girls, the messages to young men. And, wow, these parents are, I'm sure, just so proud to bring their kids to this kind of event.
Yeah, you said it best. It's hard not to root for these ladies, and that's why all these people are here today to celebrate their accomplishments and celebrate what they stand for and what they've meant to so many people. We saw them do it in 2015, and then to come back and do it again in dominating fashion in 2019 speaks to how good they are on the pitch and how good they are, I should say, in terms of what they mean to today's society as well.
Yeah, you know, Ryan, and we have the vantage point. We're able to look across the sea of people, and I can even tell a couple blocks away from where we are, people are still standing around. They're saying, well, we can't see the players, but we're going to cheer them on in the background.
Even if we can hear them, that's more than enough. I mean, there's going to be roughly 2,000 people here in the actual surrounding the stage, if you will. They had to give those tickets away, and they went in a hurry. So obviously you'd like to squeeze a few more people in here, but this place is packed to the gills.
Ryan, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying behind us? The doors are now officially open. That means these World Cup champions are about to make their way through the doors. And look, the phones are getting ready. Do you see that? They're poised for their shots.
I feel like they're teasing us here at this point, Sade. We see all the chairs set up. We've got the podium there as we get the ceremony. We'll begin here in a matter of moments. And the waiting is the hardest part, right?
Who's going to come out first, Ryan? I wonder.
I think it has to be Megan Rapinoe.
You think so?
Megan Rapinoe is going to come out holding the trophy. It might be a trophy in one hand and a glass of champagne in the other hand.
That's a good combination.
That's a great combination. And they're having a good time, no doubt, behind closed doors, getting ready to come out.
Wait a minute, did I just see Robin walk by? I think I saw Robin Roberts walk by. As we mentioned earlier, she is actually going to MC this event. This is her second time doing it. She was here in 2015 for the other ticker tape parade, and now she is back here again. She has a close relationship with this team, certainly.
And we saw that yesterday firsthand as the entire U.S. women's national team joined Robin and company on Good Morning America. All smiles, telling their stories, just sharing to everyone what this run has been like, starting in France and now culminating here in New York City with a championship parade worthy of the champions that they are.
Is that Robin Roberts? That is Robin Roberts. She is now coming out, and again, as we mentioned, she is emceeing this event. So things are about to get underway right now. I'm sure that the team is about to come out of those double doors. We're also going to see Mayor Deblasio, who's going to hand out keys to the city again. I mean, how cool is that? Not only have they received keys to the city once, but keys to the city twice.
They're going to have to get a new keychain, I think, Sade. They've got too many keys to keep track of. The announcement just came over the PA telling everybody to take their seats, that this ceremony will begin momentarily. So that's the update we have for you at this time. But you know what? After what these ladies accomplished and what they've done during the last few weeks, I think we can wait a little longer.
I think so. Not much longer, though, Ryan. We're ready to see them. We want to see these champions. Okay, the doors have closed again. That means that they're going to have to make a grand entrance, I'm sure. But the crowd is ready. All of the young kids are ready. The young athletes, I can already see them waving. Uh-oh.
Well, they're doing a nice job of building up the anticipation.
They're
that's for
teasing
sure.
us, Ryan.
Well, and just the smiles on all these faces, and I think we touched on this earlier, and this is really the first thing that we spoke about when we got down here this morning, was just seeing the age disparity.
Yeah.
So many young people, parents, grandparents, everybody coming down here to join in this celebration in what really is not only a special day, but celebrating a special team that means so much to so many people. And the fact that they're here again 4 years later, is just remarkable, especially how much they dominated that World Cup tournament in France.
They put in a lot of hard work. I'm reading all of the banners. One nation, one team. New York City congratulates world champions, and nobody does it better than New York City. We're looking at some video that's coming through. These are just some of the videos that were posted on social media. Certainly go to our website, ABC7NY. If you've got some pictures you want to upload, send them to us. We'd love to see it. And again, we also want to just say hello again to all of our viewers from our sister station, WPVI and 6 ABC, our viewers from ESPNU, and of course across ABC News Live.
We are around the world right here for the Parade of Champions, and we're happy you're along with us. And don't hesitate to send us your social posts. If you're watching with friends at work, go ahead, send in the video. We want to see everybody enjoying this team that is no doubt deserving of all of our adoration here today.
Yeah, we saw President Obama tweet his picture.
Yes.
Holding up the jersey. I really want to know how many jerseys have now been sold for this soccer team.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because Nike came out the other day and said that they broke the record for most soccer jerseys sold in a short amount of time right after. It was like the #1 selling soccer jersey in the world for Nike, the U.S. women's soccer jersey.
I need to get myself one. Oh, okay. I hear them talking. I think they're about to introduce the team. Are they? Okay,
the hype crew is out.
They did a fake out, Ryan. They did a fake out. But right now we're looking at a shot, or actually our monitor may be frozen, but we saw a shot of Megan Rapinoe earlier holding up a newspaper talking about this ticker tape parade. They are just so proud and certainly honored to be given this parade.
We talked about the ticker tape parade. The fact this is the 207th parade held here in New York City really is remarkable when you think about it. And the first ever ticker tape parade, how about this little FYI, going back to 1886 for the impromptu dedication of the Statue of Liberty. So that's a lot of history between 1886 and 2019. And this U.S. women's national team is taking their rightful place in the history not only of this city, but in our great country.
Okay, and we are told that actually city officials are already there on stage. Certainly the council speaker. Soon we will see Mayor Deblasio make his way on the stage. But this is just a great moment. Everybody is so excited. And do you see the placards going up way in the back, Ryan? Can you see that?
Yeah.
If our cameras can zoom in. It's a little difficult, but they are ready for these champions. They are waving their American flag. They're saying, way to go, team. Someone else says, okay, now pay them. All of these messages.
We have the monitors on either side for the fans that aren't lucky enough to be right here alongside the stage at City Hall. As you mentioned, Sade, thousands of people in the streets that aren't even in this area here, that are just watching from afar, listening to what's going on, just saying that they were part of this celebration, something that they're going to tell their friends and family about, that they were here on this special day.
Yeah, it's we can't say it enough, but just what a great day it is. And boy, did we luck out in terms of weather.
Did we ever?
We heard from Lee Goldberg saying, you guys don't worry about it, the weather's just going to be fine. And we also know that Sam Champion gave us an update early this morning saying it's going to be nice, it'll get a little humid. We're starting to feel that humidity right now, but it doesn't matter.
Well, it's about to heat up when these girls take the stage, I can promise you that. When these women come out and get a standing ovation that they are going to be getting here in a matter of moments. And, one thing we've talked about, Sade, 5 women on this team are from the tri-state. And for a little more on their story, go ahead and listen to this.
Perfect.
Done in the box, looking, cutting, done, shot saved.
That gasp you heard on Sunday was not just in the stands, but also across Long Island, as Rockville Center's own Crystal Dunn nearly scored another American goal. Back in 2015, Dunn was the last player cut from the national team, So she spent the next 4 years working as hard as possible to make sure she was on the World Cup roster this time around.
It starts with just investing in yourself. I think that's what I decided to do 4 years ago was, not hang my head, but just, invest in myself, believe in myself.
While Dunn was playing in her first World Cup, Delran, New Jersey's Carly Lloyd just wrapped up her 4th.
It's crazy, 4 World Cups, then the 3 Olympics. It just gets, crazier and crazier, and it's to the young ones, it goes by very fast, so soak every bit of it up.
Then there's Stratford, Connecticut's Alyssa Nair, who provided one of the most memorable moments in this World Cup, saving a penalty shot in the semifinals against England.
There wasn't really much going through my mind, to be honest. I kind of blacked out for a second. But no, it was, I just felt calm. Everyone seemed calm, everyone felt calm. And I think that was just, I feed off of this team's energy.
Energy we see on the field from players like Tobin Heath of Baskin Ridge, New Jersey. And then there's Northport's Allie Long, who had this message today for young girls.
Yes, soccer is slowly growing in the U.S., but I truly feel that, we're dominating the sport right now. We're kind of giving you guys, the youth, just a platform to kind of dream big and hopefully get there someday. And by the time you're our age, world domination.
And world dominance they have achieved, and we are getting ready to get this presentation started. Right. We saw Mayor Bill de Blasio come out. Let's go ahead and join the podium as the festivities.
Are you ready to celebrate the world champion U.S. women's soccer team? No. Let's try that one more time. Are you ready to celebrate the game-changing, record-breaking, back-to-back World Cup winning U.S. soccer team? That's right. This is how we welcome our heroes back home. Now, the world has been watching these athletes in awe over the last month. They showed us what it means to work hard and never give up. They inspired us with incredible skill and flawless teamwork. And they showed us that playing like a girl is to be unbeatable. Now, everyone loves a winner. But do you know what everyone loves even more? A winner with a message. And a message that demands equal pay in the USA is fair game. Don't you agree? USA, equal pay, equal pay, equal pay, equal pay, equal pay, equal pay. Today, they are the greatest soccer team in the world. All the young girls who cheered the team on, match after match after match, they know that there are no limits to what they can achieve. Our champions have shown us, and they are still showing us, how to stand together, fight harder, and win for equal rights, social justice, and equal pay. New York City, do we stand with the U.S. soccer team? Are we going to celebrate them like the world champions they are? Yes, we cheered for them on the field, and we are with them too for equality off the field. USA, equal pay. USA, equal pay. USA, equal pay. USA, equal pay. And now, please welcome my World Cup cheering partner, Mayor Bill Deblasio.
Thank you, Shirlane. Thank you for reminding us that this is a moment in history. Did you see the love for that team out there in the Canyon of Heroes? Did you feel the love? That was a moment of unity. That was a moment where all the good in our city, all the good in our nation, you could feel it. And this team brought us together, and this team showed us so much to make us hopeful. Today, we had a moment we will remember for the rest of our lives. And I want to welcome everyone here in this city. I want to welcome everyone around the country who's watching, everyone around the world who is watching this historic moment. Bienvenidos a todos. In just a moment, you are going to be introduced in person to our champion team. Are you ready? 4 World Cups never has been done in the history of American soccer. We are so proud that their first stop was the Canyon of Heroes. Heroes and heroines, right? And we know how to celebrate here. This team has done something never before seen in the history of this country. The greatest, most winning soccer team in American history. Este es el mejor equipo y el más ganador en la historia del fútbol en nuestro país. And what they accomplished was extraordinary. The thrilling win versus France in the quarterfinals. Alyssa Nayer's epic save in the semifinals versus England. And then one more great hurdle in the finals. And we will never forget when Megan Rapinoe scored that penalty shot. And when Rose Lavelle sealed the victory with a second goal. And there was a deafening roar celebrating that victory. A deafening roar for our champions. I want to hear one more deafening roar because of what they stand for. Let me hear you say it. USA, equal pay. USA, equal pay. USA, equal pay. USA, equal pay. This team has shown an undeniable truth, an inalienable right, that the equality of women must be guaranteed in this nation, and let's honor them by doing it. Let's honor them by ensuring it. They have inspired millions and millions, and they've inspired particularly young women to believe in themselves, to be brave, to be bold, to be fierce. What this team has done will live in our history because everyone in the heart feels this is America's team, and we could not be more proud of our team. Later on in this ceremony, we will honor each player and each coach with the highest honor New York City gives, the key to the city. And every one of them has earned it. So on behalf of 8.6 million New Yorkers, what an honor to have this great team among us and to remember what they told us. One nation, one team. One nation, one team. That's what we believe. Una nación, un equipo, all together. And now I have the great honor of introducing someone very special. She is no stranger to the world of sports, a former basketball star herself and sports reporter, and now the anchor of ABC's Good Morning America. Let me introduce to you Robin Roberts.
Good to see you. All right. I wish
would say let's get this party started, but we're going to continue this party because you want to meet your World Cup champions. So let's bring them on out. No one has coached more games in U.S. women's national team history. She is the only coach in U.S. history to win 2 World Cup titles going back-to-back in 2015 and 2019. U.S. head coach Jill Ellis.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay
U.S. women's national team's high performance coach, Dawn Scott.
Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse cause I've never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't making it, my folks locked down.
U.S. women's national team goalie coach, Graham Abel.
The hood call it Ludiac, and I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my
penalty kick, saving the World Cup semifinal was one of the most memorable moments in U.S. soccer history. Goalkeeper Alyssa Dyer.
Got 20 bank accounts, accountants count me in, make millions every year.
At 21 years old, she scored her first World Cup goal in France, number 2 for Mallory Pugh. She got the assist on the game-clinching goal in the World Cup final. Number 3, midfielder Samantha Lewis. She's USA's leader in the back. 6 stitches above her eye. Didn't stop her in the World Cup final. Number 4, defender Becky Sauerbrunn. She had the assist on the first goal in the World Cup semifinal win against England. Number 5, defender Kelly O'Hara. She played all 90 minutes in the USA's group victory over Chile. Number 6, midfielder Morgan Bryan. She played the most minutes of any U.S. player in France. Number 7, defender Abby Dahlkemper. The physical engine of the U.S. midfield and one of the world's best ball winners, number 8, midfielder Julie Ertz. She had the assist on the game-winning goal in the World Cup semi. Number 9, midfielder Lindsay Horan. She scored 3 goals in France and is the 3rd all-time leading scorer for the USA in World Cup history. Number 10 out of Delran, New Jersey, Carly Lloyd. She came off the bench to play the second half of the World Cup final, helped secure the win. Number 11, Ali Krieger. At age 20, she was the youngest player on the team. Number 12, Tierna Davidson. She scored 6 goals in France, won the Silver Boot as the second best scorer. Number 13, Alex Morgan. Final in France, number 14, defender Emily Sonnett. She won the bronze ball as the 3rd best player at the 2019 Cup and scored the game-clinching goal in the final. You know who she is, number 14, Rose Lavelle. Her dynamic flank play and had the assist on the game-clinching goal in the historic quarterfinal against France. Number 17, out of Basking Ridge, New Jersey, Tobin Heath. this roster, number 18, Ashlyn Harris. New York. She was one of the best defenders at the Cup. Number 19, Crystal Dunn. One of our local players out of Northport, New York, number 20, midfielder Allie Long. The two-time NWSL Goalkeeper of the Year, number 21, Adriana Franch. The only mom on the Cup team, number 22, forward Jessica McDonald. Mama's got the moves. She scored the opening goal in the World Cup semifinal against England, number 23, forward Kristen Press. One more. The winner of the Golden Ball, best player, the Golden Boot, top scorer, number 15, Megan Rapinoe.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of colors by the Interagency Color Guard, consisting of representatives from the New York City Police Department, Fire Department, Department of Sanitation, Department of Correction, and Sheriff Department. And please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, performed by Lauren Leggio.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave
Please take a seat. Thank you. Now, a gentleman who began his career here in Lower Manhattan, Carlos Cordero, who is the U.S. Soccer Federation president, and he has some words he'd like to share. Carlos.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. New York City, you have outdone yourselves yet again. What a parade. Thank you. Mayor Deblasio, on behalf of all of us at U.S. Soccer, thank you. Thank you for hosting this amazing celebration. If I can paraphrase one of New York's greats, I feel like one of the luckiest people on earth. Because for the last few weeks, I've been lucky to travel with, laugh with, cheer for, celebrate, and be inspired by 23 of the greatest athletes that the United States of America has ever produced. Now, some of these have already been mentioned this morning, but we can never repeat them enough. The only team ever to win 12 consecutive Women's World Cup matches. The highest margin of victory in a match, 13-0. Scoring in the most consecutive matches, Carly Lloyd in 6 consecutive games. Goals by 9 different players, a record. The highest scoring team in Women's World Cup history, 26 goals. Winner of the Bronze Ball, Rose Lavelle. Winner of the Silver Boot and equaling the most goals ever scored in a single match, Alex Morgan. And finally, but not last, winner of the Golden Boot, the tournament's top scorer, and the Golden Ball, the best player, Megan Rapinoe. Together as one united team, not just 1 or 2 or 3 World Cup wins, but back-to-back championships and an unprecedented 4th World Cup title. Today we not only celebrate this great team on the field, but also we must honor the team behind them. Coach Jill Ellis, the first women's coach and only the second soccer coach in nearly 100 years to win back-to-back World Cup titles. Wow! And of course, the entire 35% staff behind the scenes, our coaches, trainers, analysts, medical staff, equipment managers, and last but not least, our administrators. And of course, our tireless staff back at Soccer House in Chicago. Our players and our federation succeed because of you. Thank you very much. Finally, this is a celebration of soccer in America. We thank the millions of fans all over the USA. We thank the more than 30,000 fans who made the journey to cheer you on in France. And we thank all of you for being here today. We're all part of U.S. soccer. And by the way, if you love these players in the World Cup, then come out and cheer on your local teams, NWSL teams this year. And please come and join us for their victory tour across America, which begins on August the 3rd in Los Angeles. Today on that parade route, watching at home and playing on fields in towns and cities across our great country, there are millions and millions of young girls and boys who look at these 23 world-class record-breaking, history-making athletes, and they're saying, I want to be like them. And together we can help those dreams come true. To our women's national team and the millions who support them, in recent months, you have raised your voices for equality. Today, on behalf of all of us at U.S. Soccer, I want to say, we hear you, we believe in you, and we're committed to doing right by you. And that is why over the years, from our development programs to our youth national teams, to our professional leagues, the NWSL, to our women's national team, U.S. Soccer has invested more in women's soccer than any country in the world. And we will continue to invest. We will continue to invest more in women's soccer than any country in the world, and we will continue to encourage others, including our friends at FIFA, to do the same. We believe at U.S. Soccer that all female athletes deserve fair and equitable pay. And together, I believe we can get this done. Because as this team has taught us, being the greatest isn't just about how you play on the field, it's about what you stand for off the field. It's about who we are as a sport and a country. The 2019 Women's World Cup champions, the United States of America, one nation, one team, go USA!
Saw you leaning in there, Jill. Saw you leaning in there at the end. Very important to know your audience. All right, we're going to hear from the players now. Yes! Yes! with a woman who has done so much for U.S. soccer. Whether it is the World Cup team or the Olympics, she is the third all-time leading scorer in the history of women's soccer in the U.S. You know who I'm talking about, Carly Lloyd.
Let me just say this first. I've got 22 of the bestest friends right behind me. And I feel like the old granny a little bit because I'm always telling them to turn the music down. No, I mean, this is incredible. Carlos, thank you. Thank you to U.S. Soccer. Our support staff over there, you guys worked tirelessly. We changed 9 different hotels throughout our journey in the World Cup. They don't get the credit they deserve. Everybody here, Molly, our GM, the comms group, everybody. I'm super, super proud of this team. You know, we were obviously here 4 years ago. It never gets old. These parades are amazing. You fans are amazing. And I'm just super proud of every single player on this team. It took all 23 players to get to this point. Everybody played a role, and it was just incredible to see so many different players step up, so many different players come through for us. And every match, you know, we needed somebody to kind of lift us. And it's a testament to this group behind us. Such a talented group. To the coaching staff, to Jill, Graham here. We don't have a few of our other coaches. Dawn, I think is, I don't know where Dawn is. Is she here? Oh, yeah. Dawn, BJ, Hype, Ryan. Thank you guys. You know, it was a tough couple of years to get to this point, but we couldn't have done it without you guys, so thank you. To you fans, to New York City, you guys are amazing. The support in just a couple of days to get this parade going, you guys are truly, truly amazing. We cannot thank you enough for all of your support. I'm a Jersey girl through and through, but New York, it's just as close, even though I'm an Eagles fan down in Philly. So, fly, Eagles, fly! But thank you guys. Thank you to the city of New York, the mayor, everybody that played a role in this. We can't thank you enough. And here's to the next chapter. Maybe we'll see you in another 4 years.
You have to admit, the players, they gave us so much to cheer out for. The watch parties that we saw all around the country and here in New York in the parks were something. And this next player really made... Well, I have a hankering for a tea right now. Why could that be? Because we're going to have Alex Morgan up here talking to us. Alex.
I just want to say I'm loving the enthusiasm. It's not even noon yet, so thank you guys. And thank you guys for bringing the heat. I also want to say thank you for your chants, your signs, and your posters. We appreciate it. Keep it going. The USA chants, I meant. But thank you so much, New York City, for coming out. Over 1 million people, plenty more tonight, this morning. It is very hot, you guys. And I want to just thank Mayor Deblasio for giving us another key soon enough to the City Hall. Soon enough, you're going to need to change your locks. So, thank you all so much. I think that we have been known as... From here on out, we'll just be known as America's team. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much.
So, Alex, since you brought up about the keys, the mayor and first lady will now present the keys to the team and coaching staff. And we will begin. There you go. You see, I know if there's a lull that they'll pick it up, so don't have to worry about that. Are we ready for the keys of the city to be presented to the team? First of all, Coach Jill Ellis. Coach Ellis, the key. The key, get on up, get on up. Come on, get on up, get the key. Yes. Coach Don Scott.
Walking through a crowd, the village is aglow. Kaleidoscope of loud, happy thunderbolts. Everybody here wanted something more. Searching for a sound we hadn't heard before. And it said, welcome to
Coach
New York.
Graham Abel.
It's been waiting for you. Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York. It's been waiting for you. Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York.
Elizabeth, get your keys. Mallory Pugh. Mallory. Mallory Pugh, there you are.
When we first dropped our bags on apartment floors, took our broken hearts, put them in a drawer.
Samantha Lewis.
Here was someone else before, and you can want who you want. Boys and girls and girls, welcome to New York. It's been waiting for you. Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York.
Becky Salbrun. Kelly O'Hara.
I am so sorry. I need a hearing aid, apparently.
Morgan Bryan. That was too good. Abby Dahlkemper. Another Davidson. Give it up, y'all, for Crystal Dunn. Jessica McDonald. Rapino. Cannot be understated. The greatness of this team, the talent, the love, everything that goes into it. The support staff, as they talked about, the coaching staff, led by none other than Coach Jill Ellis.
Well, thank you so much. Oh, he's making me taller. That's a good thing. All right, cool. I want to thank the mayor, the mayor's office, all the police and extra personnel that helped put this on. And to you guys, thank you for showing up again. I'm not going to lie, when we were going to France, it's like, oh, I hope we have some fans come. You guys were unbelievable in terms of showing up. Thank you. So I know that these guys are an inspiration, but I just want to give a shout out to two gentlemen, two World War II veterans that were inspirations for us, Pete Dupree and Steve Milnikoff. We met them in Normandy, and I'm going to tell you, they moved each and every one of us, and part of it was to play for them because we knew we would not be here without their contributions to our country. So thank you to them. I'm going to save these guys for last, but to my staff, no way in hell without world-class staff do we get this done. So I thank you all for all that you do. You were the glue in this team, and I could not have done this without you. So thank you so much, staff. And to this crazy group, what a frickin' ride. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute privilege, a pleasure to work with you. You are an incredibly talented group. You make our job look easy. Thank you so much, and all the best. Here we go.
Thank you, Coach Jill. I got to tell you, this team, I mean, they are going to, after here, going to get on a plane, fly to the West Coast, and be honored at the ESPYs tonight. And crazy. But wait a minute, we're not going to leave until we hear from Megan Rapinoe.
It's on. What's good, New York City? I see y'all right here, but I see everyone in the distance as well. Hello back there. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Such at a loss for words. I mean, I'll find them, don't worry, but ridiculous. First and foremost, my teammates. Just shout out to the teammates. Just everybody. Give them a clap. This group is so resilient, is so tough, has such a sense of humor. It's just so badass. Like, there's nothing that can faze this group. We're chilling. We got tea sipping. We got celebrations. We have pink hair and purple hair. We have tattoos and dreadlocks. We got white girls and black girls and everything in between. Straight girls and gay girls. Hey! I couldn't be more proud to be a co-captain with Carly and Alex with this team. It's my absolute honor to lead this team out on the field. There's no other place that I would rather be, even in the presidential race. I'm busy, I'm sorry. To the staff, to the coaching staff, the technical staff, to the medical staff, to the support staff, to the massage therapists, to the videographers, to the chef, Chef T, what's good, Chef T? To our security, to our media people. Thank you so much. You make our job so easy. We don't have to focus on anything other than what we have to do on the field. Thank you for that. To the Federation, Carlos,
Thank you. You were incredible this World Cup. I know that you got a little stick when you were up here. Couple chants. I think that's a sign of affection, though, right? Like, everybody gets booed. Everybody in the position of power gets booed. I'm gonna stick my neck out there a little bit. I'm gonna endorse Carlos. I think he's with us. I think he's on the right side of things. I think he's gonna make things right. He's proven every day since he's been in office for us that he's with us. He was with us every single day of the World Cup, not only from just a personal standpoint, how much that means to us, but just from an outlook standpoint, all the eyes looking in. This man was there. He was in the tunnel every single game. He was celebrating every single game. We appreciate that. Thank you. We look forward to holding those feet to the fire. To the mayor's office, Deblasio, this is our second time around, and your beautiful wife, thank you for hosting us. Also to the governor, Cuomo is how I think you pronounce it, right? Thank you so much for hosting us. To the NYPD, to the fire department here, to everyone who made this happen, thank you so much. It's not possible without everyone. We really do appreciate all that it takes to shut down the biggest, best city in the world. For the biggest, best team in the world. Thank you for that. That means the world to us. I think I'll just end with this. This is my charge to everyone. We have to be better. We have to love more, hate less. We got to listen more and talk less. We got to know that this is everybody's responsibility. Every single person here. Every single person who's not here. Every single person who doesn't want to be here. Every single person who agrees and doesn't agree. It's our responsibility to make this world a better place. I think this team does an incredible job of taking that on our shoulders and understanding the position that we have and the platform that we have within this world. Yes, we play sports. Yes, we play soccer. Yes, we're female athletes, but we're so much more than that. You're so much more than that. You're more than a fan. You're more than someone who just supports sports. You're more than someone who tunes in every 4 years. You're someone who walks these streets every single day. You interact with your community every single day. How do you make your community better? How do you make the people around you better? Your family, your closest friends, the 10 closest people to you, the 20 closest people to you, the most 100 closest people to you. It's every single person's responsibility. There's been so much contention in these last years. I've been a victim of that. I've been a perpetrator of that. With our fight with the Federation, sorry for some of the things I said. Not all of the things. But it's time to come together. This conversation is at the next step. We have to collaborate. It takes everybody. This is my charge to everybody. Do what you can. Do what you have to do. Step outside yourself. Be more, be better, be bigger than you've ever been before. If this team is any representation of what you can be when you do that, please take this as an example. This group is incredible. We took so much on our shoulders to be here today, to celebrate with you today. And we did it with a smile. So do the same for us. Please, I ask you. New York City, you're the motherfucking best!
Ladies and gentlemen, Megan Rapinoe. We all love her. We all honor her. Let's take her message to heart because it's beautiful. Everyone, I want you to help me thank everyone who made this parade possible. The New York City Police Department, the Fire Department, the Sanitation Department. All the people along the route kept everyone safe and made it work. All the people who threw the confetti, do we love them? Confetti throwers, thank you. Everyone, this team is for the ages. So now I ask all the team members, come forward one more time to the front so everyone can see you and everyone can thank you one last time. Give it up, everybody, for the American team.
I'm Sade Benoit along with Ryan Field. We just watched the team get keys to the city, and what a celebration. We heard the team members come out thanking the crowd for coming out here to support them and celebrating their accomplishments.
So many powerful messages, particularly Megan Rapinoe at the end, talking about everybody coming together. What are you willing to do to play your part to help bring us together as a community, as a people? And that's one thing we all learned in watching this U.S. women's national team not only achieve great success on the pitch, but achieve great success in terms of delivering their message and every one of us getting behind it.
And certainly we also heard from the president of U.S. Soccer, Carlos Cordero, and the crowd was pressing Carlos, saying equal pay. They were chanting that, and it's time to move this conversation forward. So we will see what comes in the days ahead, and certainly with this lawsuit filed by this team members. But it is an incredible, incredible day celebrating these World Cup champions.
A perfect capper to what has been a perfect day here in downtown Manhattan as we celebrate the now four-time World Cup champions U.S. women's national team. Don't forget, from here, the World Cup winners are jumping on a jet and headed out to Los Angeles. They're going to be a big part of the ESPY Awards later tonight at 8 o'clock. You can watch those right here.
And that is it. We're going to go to a short break, and we're going to go to Eyewitness News coming up next with David Navarro and Lauren Glassberg. Thanks for watching.
Delaware Valley's leading news program with Rick Williams, Sarah Bloomquist, and meteorologist David Murphy.
Good afternoon, I'm Rick Williams, along with Sarah Bloomquist. In the news, the search continues for suspects after 2 teenagers were shot in West Philadelphia.
Plus, police in Delaware charge a woman in connection with a collision in front of the Concord Mall.
But the big story in Action News is a big announcement from Hahnemann University Hospital today, which is closing its doors soon. The hospital has announced plans to transfer the majority of its residency and fellowship programs at Hahnemann and Drexel University to Tower Health.
This comes after Hahnemann said it intends to close in September amid financial trouble. Tower is comprised of 6 hospitals in the region, along with Reading Hospital. Tower Health also includes Brandywine, Chestnut Hill, Jennersville, Phoenixville, and Pottstown hospitals. Yesterday, Hahnemann Hospital administrators announced all non-emergency surgeries and procedures, including the maternity ward, will shut down on Friday. The hospital already closed its trauma unit. Action News reporter Maggie Kent will have much more on this announcement coming up at 12:30.
The 56-year-old man is now charged in connection with a hit-and-run crash that killed a teenager in Gloucester Township, New Jersey. The crash happened just after 8